The Ugly Duckling. On a beautiful summer day, a family of ducks is taking a swim while another is enjoying a stroll by the bank. But one duck is sitting on her eggs among the tall leaves.
I wonder when my babies are going to come out. They are taking so long to hatch. It is so lonely. No one has the time to visit me.
But Mommy Duck didn't have to wait too long. Soon the eggs started cracking and the little ducklings started taking small, unsteady steps out of their shells.
Quack, 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 quack. Oh, my babies are so beautiful. Now come and line up here, all of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, there should be one more.
Mother Duck looked around and saw one egg which had not yet hatched.
I think I will have to sit again on this egg till it hatches. It seems pretty large.
Soon the last egg hatched, but the duckling that crept out was large and ugly.
This little fellow doesn't look like his brothers and sisters.
The next day, Mother Duck leads her brood to the water.
Oh, I am proud today that my ducklings are swimming so well, and how well the youngest one is swimming. Come on, kids. That's enough for today. We must get to the farm before it turns dark.
The duck family makes its way to the farmhouse where there were lots of other ducks.
What is that strange-looking creature doing here?
The other ducklings are so cute, but this one is so big and ugly.
He is ugly. We don't want him here.
That's not a nice thing to say. He is still small, and I'm sure he will grow up to be beautiful too.
But the other ducklings continued to bully and make fun of the ugly duckling.
I hope the ducklings stop this nonsense. I can't bear to see that poor child looking so sad.
But as days went by, things started becoming worse for the ugly duckling. Wherever he went, everyone was mean to him.
Have you ever seen anything uglier than this?
Seeing this creature in the morning, my day will also be as ugly as he is.
He seems to be getting uglier by the day.
The ugly duckling just wanted to hide somewhere and cry. Even his brothers and sisters were rude to him. Mother Duck was very sad to see everyone treat the ugly duckling so badly.
Nobody wants to talk to me or play with me because I am ugly. I will run away from here.
So the ugly duckling flew over the fence of the farmyard and continued flying until he spotted a large moor. He decided to spend the night there.
I am so tired. I think I will spend the night here.
Next morning, the ugly duckling woke up to the sound of loud quacking. He opened his eyes and saw a flock of wild ducks.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Can I please stay here for a while? I have nowhere to go.
You are ugly. Stay here. Don't get in our way.
The ugly duckling stayed on the moor for a few days. He felt lonely, but no one bullied him or hurt him because of his looks. One morning, the duckling heard a noise like a big bang. He lay still, too scared to move. When he finally lifted his head and looked around, all of the other ducks had fled. The ugly duckling also fled from the moor as fast as it could. It flew as fast as its young wings would take him. However, suddenly there was a thunder and lightning, scaring the little duckling.
Brr! I am so wet and cold. That cottage there looks warm. Maybe I can take shelter there.
The cottage belonged to an old lady who lived with her tomcat and hen, who found the duckling the next morning.
What is happening here? Why are you making so much noise? What is this we have here? Looks like a duck, though a very ugly one. I know what I will do. I will keep it with me and wait for it to lay eggs. Then I will have eggs from my hen and from this duck too. Oh, but I do hope that this is a duck and not a drake.
So the ugly duckling stayed with the old lady in her cottage, but here also the tomcat and hen made its life so miserable.
Hey you, don't you get scared when you see your face in the mirror? Look at me. My coat is so silky. Look at my whiskers, so long and beautiful. The mistress says my walk is so graceful.
You are such a loser. You cannot even lay an egg. Look at my eggs, such lovely big and brown ones.
The ugly duckling continued to be lonely. He would sit in front of the window looking at the small pond outside.
How I wish I could swim in that pond. It used to be so nice when I swam in the cool water back home.
Are you mad? The mistress isn't going to let you go. You have a safe house. What more do you want? Behave yourself and don't anger the mistress, the cat, or even me. Want to swim? Indeed!
The ugly duckling felt very, very sad, wondering what to do.
I know this place is safe, but I feel like a prisoner here, being punished by being not allowed to swim. I want to swim. I want to be free to swim and fly as I please. I have to escape from here somehow.
So one night, the duckling quietly crept out of the cottage and went in search of a new home. Soon he found a beautiful lake where he could swim and dive.
Ah! This is such a lovely place. Feels so good to swim after so long. I hope the other animals and birds here are friendly, so I don't have to move away from here also.
But alas, here too, the other animals did not want to be friends with the ugly duckling.
Why does everybody keep avoiding me? Just because I'm ugly doesn't mean everyone has to be mean. No one wants to play with me or even talk to me.
So life continued in this miserable way for the ugly duckling. Soon the seasons changed, autumn set in, and the color of the leaves changed from red to orange and then gold. Winter followed. The forest turned white, and a very cold wind set in. The dark clouds made the duckling feel even more gloomy and sad, so the duckling decided to go to the lakeside, and what a lovely sight he saw there.
What are these beautiful birds? I don't think I have seen them before. How beautifully they spread their large wings. Looks like they are not flying, but just gliding through the sky.
Though the winter grew colder, the duckling continued to swim despite the freezing water, and then finally took refuge in some bushes. Finally, it was spring again. Plants started sprouting, and the sun peeped down from the sky. The duckling was so happy that it was becoming warm again.
Everything around me has become so beautiful. My wings have also become strong, and I can now swim in the pond close by.
Suddenly, the duckling once again saw the same beautiful birds that he had seen at the start of spring, and quickly ran and hid behind some bushes.
Those birds are so beautiful. I better not go near them, or they too will make fun of me. I am so scared that they might kill me. I'm so tired of being picked on by everybody. First the ducklings at the farm, my own brothers and sisters, the hen and tomcat at the cottage, and everybody else. I wish I had never been born.
The duckling went to a quiet spot on the lake where nobody could see him. He was very, very sad, and big fat tears rolled down its face. Suddenly, the duckling saw its own reflection in the lake and couldn't believe his eyes. For staring at him in the clear water below was his own reflection. No longer a dark, gray bird, ugly and repulsive to look at. Instead, he had turned into a graceful and beautiful swan. The ugly duckling had transformed into a beautiful swan. All of the other swans came to greet the newcomer and stroked his neck with their beaks. Finally, the ugly little thing was accepted and loved by his new friends to whom he belonged, the beautiful and graceful swans. A family with 2 children came to see the swan swimming.
Look, there is a new one. Father, Mother, come here. There is another swan. A new one has arrived. The new one is the most beautiful of all. Oh, he is so young and pretty.
The swan did not know how to react to so much praise. He felt shy and tried to hide his face. After being mocked and taunted and bullied for so long, he couldn't believe he was being appreciated and accepted. And he was actually being called beautiful.
I never dreamt that I would see a day where someone would call me beautiful. I wish I had received the same love and affection when I was the little and ugly creature. I wouldn't have spent such a sad childhood. Why do people treat others according to their looks? That is so, so sad.
Beauty and the Beast. Once there lived a merchant with his 3 daughters.
Well, dear daughters, I'm off to the market. What would you like me to bring for you?
Oh, Father, please bring me a beautiful dress. And I would like a lovely pearl necklace.
And what can I bring for you, Beauty, my child?
Father, I would be very happy if you could bring me a beautiful red rose.
So the merchant set off for the market, and after finishing his business, he bought the dress and necklace for his 2 daughters.
Ah, well, I've finished my business and shopping. It's time to head back home. It's getting late, so I'll pluck the red rose for Beauty on the way.
The merchant was halfway home when suddenly there was a loud clap of thunder with lightning, and it started raining heavily.
What awful weather. How am I going to reach home in this fierce storm? I can't even see any sign of shelter.
Suddenly, the merchant saw a bright light, and going on near, he saw a beautiful castle. No one seemed to be around, so the merchant went inside.
Oh my, a castle in the middle of the woods. And what a fine spread on the table. Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Anyone there? Strange. No one seems to be around. Oh well, I hope the owner won't mind if I help myself to some food.
The merchant ate a hearty meal, and then went to find a place to rest.
This is indeed a beautiful castle, and the bed there looks so inviting. Just what I need.
The merchant was very tired, and fell into a deep sleep, waking only when the sun peeked in through the windows.
Oh, that was a good sleep. The weather seems fine now. I'll have a quick wash and make my way back home. Ooh, I can smell some heavenly breakfast.
Once again, a very fine meal was laid on the table. The merchant had his fill and was now ready to leave.
I wish I could meet the owner of this castle to thank him, but can't see anyone around. Well, I guess I'd better be on my way.
So saying, the merchant made his way to his horse, and was pleased to note that his horse had also been given fresh hay. Just as he was about to mount his horse, he saw a bush with beautiful red roses, and remembered his daughter's wish. But as he plucked the rose, a horrible-looking beast dressed in royal finery glared at him from behind the bush, with eyes blazing.
You're an ungrateful man. I gave you food to eat and my bed to sleep. And this is how you repay me? By stealing my beautiful flowers? You shall be killed for this.
Oh, sir, I'm very, very sorry. I didn't mean to steal. My youngest daughter, Beauty, had asked me to bring her a rose flower, and I was taking it for her.
Well, I will let you go on one condition.
Anything, sir. I will do anything.
When you go back, you will send your daughter, Beauty, to live with me here in my castle.
What? Oh, sir.
You can leave only if you agree to my condition.
The merchant had no choice but to agree to the beast's condition. With a heavy heart, he left the beast's castle and returned home.
Oh, Father, I love this dress. I can't wait to try it on. This pearl necklace is just beautiful. I'm sure my friends will be so envious.
Thank you for this beautiful rose, Father. But why do I get the feeling that something is worrying you?
Oh, my dear Beauty. Unlike your sisters, you know me so well. I really don't know how to tell you.
You can tell me anything, Father. I just don't want to see you troubled like this.
The merchant then told Beauty all that had happened, and the promise he had made to the beast.
My dear, I don't want you worrying your pretty head about it. I'll figure something out.
No, Father. You have given your word. It is because of my rose that this happened, so I will go to the beast.
With a heavy heart, the merchant went out and left his precious daughter at the beast's castle. Beauty was at first terrified on seeing the beast, but the beast was so gentle and kind to her that slowly Beauty lost her fear of him.
The beast is very ugly, in fact, quite frightening to look at. But he has treated me so well. He is indeed a noble soul.
So life went on. Beauty spent her days in the beautiful gardens of the palace, and the evenings she would sit in front of the fireplace doing embroidery. The Beast sat near her, happy just observing her. However, one day things changed.
Beauty, I've been wanting to ask you something for a very long time. Will you be my bride?
Beauty was shocked. She had got used to the Beast around her, but marriage? She could not even think of marrying such an ugly creature.
I do like you a lot, sir, but the thought of marriage has never entered my head.
It's all right. I'm not offended by your answer.
No more was said, and life continued as usual. However, the Beast understood that Beauty was missing her family, and one day he gave her a magic mirror.
My dear, I know you are missing your father and sisters. Come, have a look in this mirror.
Beauty could not believe her eyes. There in the mirror she could see her father and sisters so clearly, though they were so far away.
Oh, sir, you are too kind. I don't know how to thank you.
One day, when Beauty went to the magic mirror, she was shocked to see her father ill and in bed. She ran up to the Beast.
Sir, I just saw my father in the magic mirror. He is ill and remembering me. Can you please let me go and visit him?
The Beast was very angry and stomped out of the room. However, when he saw how sad Beauty was, he went up to her.
All right, Beauty. I'll let you go to your father, but on one condition. You have to return to the castle in 1 week.
I promise I will come back. You have been so kind to me. I cannot even think of breaking my promise.
And so Beauty went to visit her sick father.
My child. Oh, how I've missed you. I cannot forgive myself for the situation I have put you in.
No, father. You must not blame yourself and make yourself ill. The Beast has been extremely kind to me. And even though I miss you and my dear sisters, I can see you every day through a magical mirror that the Beast has given me.
With his precious daughter with him again, the merchant became well very soon. Beauty was so happy to be with her family again, and she completely forgot about the promise she had made to the Beast. And one night, she had a horrible dream. She saw the Beast calling out her name. He seemed to be in a lot of pain and was begging Beauty to return to him.
Oh, how could I have forgotten the promise I made to the Beast? He has been so good to me, looked after me so well. I have been so happy with my own family that I completely forgot about him.
Beauty rushed to her father's room.
Father!
What's the matter, my child? What's happened? Are you not well?
I must leave immediately, father. I saw the Beast in my dream. He was pleading with me to return and seemed to be in a lot of pain. I must hurry, father. If anything happens to the Beast, I shall never be able to forgive myself.
Yes, dear, you must go back. But why don't you wait until morning?
No, father. I must not delay for a minute. The Beast needs me, and I must go to him immediately.
So saying, Beauty quickly got ready and ran to her horse, and was soon on her way to the Beast's castle. When she reached, she could not see the Beast anywhere.
I hope I am not late. I couldn't bear it if anything happened to the Beast. After being away from him, I now realize how good he was. Oh, where do I look for him?
Suddenly, Beauty heard a groaning sound from the garden.
Well,
She ran there, and among his beautiful rose bushes lay the Beast. She then sat down near the Beast, and tears started flowing down her cheeks.
I am so sorry that I broke my promise. I didn't mean to. I really didn't. Please, don't leave me. I want to marry you. I really do.
Suddenly, a miracle happened before Beauty's astonished eyes. As soon as she uttered the words, the beast began to transform into a handsome young man.
What is happening? Who are you?
Beauty, I am actually a prince. The prince of this castle. An evil witch had cast a spell on me. She changed me into this beast that you saw me as. Only if someone agreed to marry me the way that I was, would the spell be broken. I fell in love with you as soon as I saw you, and I now know that you are a lovely person also. I was afraid to let you go in case you did not come back. Beauty, will you marry me?
I feel I am in a dream. Is this really happening?
This is no dream, my darling. I am a prince. And now you are going to become my beloved princess. Come, let's go and tell your father. I am sure he was very sad that you had to stay here. But now when he knows the truth, he would no doubt be very happy for us.
Beauty and her prince led a long, happy, and loving life.